Guys, how's it going? Foster here. I'm very excited. It's springtime, things are starting to warm up, and turkey season is right around the corner. So in preparation for all the turkey hunting we're going to be doing, one thing that I personally will always do is go and pattern my shotgun. I get my red dot on, I make sure everything is sighted in, because when you get on the field, you really don't want to be questioning whether or not your gun's going to be on. So to start off today, I'm going to be shooting the Browning TSS, which comes in 410, 20, and 12 gauge. I'm going to be shooting the 410 today. So TSS is really revolutionizing the turkey hunting opportunities, especially with the 410. The big reason for that is back in the day, I'd shoot the 12 gauge either in a 4, 5, or 6 shot lead. Now with the TSS, you can shoot 7s, 9s. So my setup will be consisting of my Browning 410 Satori. I have the Aimpoint Micro S1 on top of it. I do have my shot cam on, and I have extended range choke tubes from Browning. It's going to be a modified and a full. Let's get into shooting the gun at 20 yards. Come on. All right, so I'm going out 20 yards. Today I'm using these sights. So that was 20 yards with the modified. I think I pulled it just a little bit, but overall, that's a dead turkey. That's a dead turkey. All right, so looking at this, I'm not going to shoot the full at 20 yards just because it's unnecessary. It's going to be really tight patterned. All right, guys, so once again, this is the pattern we have at 20 yards with the modified 410. I'd say that's going to kill a turkey. Getting back here, we're going to shoot at 30 yards, and now I'm still just going to use the modified because I have a good feeling that that's about all I'll need for this one. I think that's a pretty successful 30-yard attempt. All right, so here's our 30-yard pattern. That is going to be a dead turkey. Plenty of shot all throughout. And again, this pattern right here is what I love. For 30 yards, this is going to kill a turkey all day long. And that's what I'm out here for. I'm not here to try to get the tightest pattern. I'm here to get a dead turkey. All right, so now I'm going to back it up to 40 yards. I'll shoot one modified, and then I'll probably go to the full choke here. So we'll see kind of the differences between the two patterns and which one's going to look better for 40 yards. Just so you guys can see, here's the pattern. I mean, that's a dead turkey. And what's crazy is with the 410, nothing against shooting a 12 gauge. Shot plenty of turkeys with the 12 gauge, but son of a gun, it's pretty nice when there's no recoil, really low noise. I don't know, and it's more of a challenge. It's just fun. All right, let's get going at 40. 40 yards with a modified. Oh yeah, it's still a dead turkey. Look at that. I mean, there's just so many throughout here. The pattern's still good. Isn't that crazy? 40 yards with a modified, and it still performs phenomenally well. I mean, that's definitely going to kill a turkey. So I'm going to shoot the 40 yards with the full choke tube just so you guys can see what the differences are. Let's go do that. Oh yeah. Let's go check it out. Okay. So here we go. So you can definitely tell that my aim was definitely more down here versus up in the head, which is completely fine. There's a lot of BBs through here, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's get it going at 50 yards, see what it does. So far 20 to 40 with that modified, I'd still be completely fine with, but I'm excited to see again what this 50-yard pattern will look like with the full choke. Let's go do it. Going through a lot of this TSS today, but I'm loving it. All right, 50 yards. Full choke. Okay, so definitely a lot in here. What, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 pellets. So I'd say 50 yards is still definitely in the running. Let's go to 60 with the full choke with the 410. Look at that pattern. That's a dead turkey. What do you guys think? Do you think the 60 yards is gonna look fine? Here we go. 60 yards, full choke. Here we go. Dead turkey. Dead turkey. Let's check out this one at 60 yards. So the amount of holes in your pattern, you could probably kill one, but if you don't have to shoot at 60, maybe not. Here is the pattern at 60 yards with the 410. I mean, that's gonna kill a turkey. I don't know if I'd be shooting at that far personally, but to each their own. And the big thing with all of this that I'm doing is you got to find out your own recipe and your own pattern. What you use for a choke tube is going to matter. What you use for ammo is going to matter. Let's go shoot this thing at 70 yards right here. I'm excited to see what this one's like. I really am. I mean, it's pretty much covering up the whole entire optic at this point. There was for sure 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, 3. So not really as good as a pattern as I was hoping, but it probably would kill a turkey. I just don't know if you'd want to. One other thing too, I aimed right here. I might want to aim for the head now this far out. I'm guessing that we're getting a little bit of drop too. So just for kicks, let's go and shoot this at 80 yards and see what it does. 80 yards with the 410. We're gonna try it. I don't know, it's getting pretty far out there. I don't know if I feel very confident with this. So, much better pattern. One in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Definitely that area right there. Got a lot of it. But the one thing that concerns me is look at how many pattern holes we have. Right? I mean, it's just plastered. This right here is pretty good. But yeah, as far as it goes, there's a lot of holes in the pattern. You know, I got lucky right here with how the shot aligned. I don't know if I'd want to test out my luck when I'm actually hunting though. So I have one more turkey target. I have one more shell. Let's go shoot it at 90 yards, see what it does, and then we know. I don't know, guys, this seems like an awfully long ways, but we'll give it a shot. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But in this case, I think we might not want to take it. Here we go at 90 yards. Full choke tube is all, yep, she's tight. She is tight. Got some Tetras, very excited to use them. These ones are custom molded, so essentially they fit right into my ear. Everything feels really, really good, like I'm not even wearing them. But you can adjust the audio, you can even adjust different frequencies, so it's really cool. I'm very excited again to use it for turkey season. Well, yikes. You'll have to excuse me because it's the last one I had. But that being said, there's one, a couple down here. I wouldn't even recommend it personally. Let's get all the targets put up on a board and really see what looks good as far as yardages, what I'll feel comfortable to, and how the different yardages really compare side by side. So let's do all of this in a YouTube snap. Ready? And just like that, I love YouTube. So I'm gonna go with the modified first. Now this is a great pattern, 20 yards, amazing. You're gonna kill a turkey 20, 30, and 40. No issues whatsoever. When you step over into the full choke, 40 yards is great. I would say 50, you have plenty of kill shots within the head. And 60 yards would be about the farthest I'd want to go. Honestly, if I could keep it to 50, I will. 70, 80, and 90. Personally, I'm not going to be shooting that far. Just because of this, I can see, you know, I have a few pellets within here, but it's just not enough personally to make me want to shoot a turkey at that range. So, and 80, 90 are off the table too. The biggest thing I want to make sure that I tell you guys is go off of two factors. One, where am I hunting? What's my optimal range? And two, what kind of vegetation are you going to be shooting in? Is it thick? Is it open? Because that will make a huge difference in determining what kind of pattern you want. So for us, example, Black Hills of South Dakota, even though we have a lot of trees, for the most part, we're shooting in pretty open line of sight vegetation where it's pretty open. So for us to try to get a little tighter pattern is really not necessary. Where if you're going down south, Georgia, Arkansas, Florida, you name it, where there's a lot more vegetation, it might not hurt to have a little bit more of a tighter pattern just to be able to shoot through, or if you have some flyers, it's not going to completely wreck the hunt. Know your optimal range. And this is a big one. And this is why I love going and patterning, because you can lay everything out and see it, right? I know for 20, 30, and 40 yards, I'm fine shooting a modified and I'm gonna kill a turkey. I think one misconception a lot of people get is they go as tight as possible with their choke tube for turkey hunting because that's what people have told them. And don't worry, I've done the same too. But one thing I noticed after missing quite a few turkeys one season, I took a step back and I said, why am I shooting such a tight pattern when we're shooting these birds at 15 to 20 yards? So I did a lot of thinking, went in with a different game plan. I said, you know what, I'm gonna open my choke tube up and see what happens. And from there on, for the last several years, we've been shooting more open choke tubes. Now, shooting an over-under has a great advantage to be able to put in modified and a full and have best of both worlds. So hopefully this video has helped you. I know it's helped me a ton already with just seeing the patterns. But again, I want to make sure that you guys have the best opportunity when you go hunting, whether you're hunting home state or you're going out and kicking it with some buddies in a different state. So stay safe in the field, enjoy it. And when you guys shoot a couple of birds, throw a comment down below. I love to talk turkey. I love to hear about them. Good luck this spring, guys. We'll see you later on.